In this speech, I will first discuss the historical background and construction of Christ the Redeemer. And second, explain its cultural and spiritual significance to Brazil and the world. While I was deployed in South America, I had the rare chance to visit one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. As I stood at the base of Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, I looked up at this massive statue, arms stretched wide as if embracing the entire city, and felt a mix of awe, peace, and reflection. For this reason, I want to share why Christ the Redeemer is more than a tourist attraction. It's a cultural and spiritual symbol that represents Brazil's faith, unity, and identity. First, I'll discuss the history and construction of the Christ Redeemer. Second, I'll explore the deeper symbolism and meaning in Brazilian culture. And here is one of the souvenirs that I brought from Rio de Janeiro, Christ the Redeemer. The idea for Christ the Redeemer dates back to the 1850s, proposed by a Catholic priest, and was officially supported in the 1920s by the Catholic Circle of Rio. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, one of the oldest and most reputable general knowledge encyclopedias used in academic research, the monument was intended to symbolize peace after a time of increasing secularism in Brazil. Designed by a Brazilian engineer, Heitor da Silva Costa, and sculpted by French-Polish artist Paul Ledowski, the statue was completed in 1931 using soapstone and reinforced concrete. As reported by World History EDU, a trusted educational platform focused on historical content, the building process was a major feat of engineering considering the mountain terrain and pre-modern technology. The funding for the project came largely from a Brazilian citizens who donated to the Catholic Church's campaign. And according to an article from BBC Travel, a branch of the globally respected BBC News Network, these donations reflected the deep emotional and religious investment the public had in creating a national symbol. Now that we covered the statue's origins and construction, let's take a closer look at why Christ the Redeemer has become such a beloved cultural and spiritual symbol. The statue's open arms symbolize peace, acceptance, and divine protection, mirroring Brazil's deeply rooted Catholic identity. According to National Geographic, a highly credible source known for cultural and historical reporting, over 60% of Brazilians identify as Catholic, and the statue plays a central role in national religious expression. Christ the Redeemer was officially named one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007. The designation is documented by Reuters, a globally recognized and respected news agency. Reuters explains that the statue was selected not only for its artistic beauty, but also for its powerful representation of peace and humanity on an international scale. Standing beneath the statue during my Navy deployment, I felt a deep sense of peace and reflection. As someone in the military service, it reminded me of the importance of unity and hope across different cultures. The moment made me realize how a cultural artifact can connect us emotionally, spiritually, and even internationally. Now that we have examined both history, and meaning of Christ the Redeemer, let's wrap it up with what makes the artifact truly unforgettable. Today, we explored the Christ the Redeemer's historical background, its vision, construction, and public support, and examined the powerful cultural and religious symbolism it holds for Brazil and the world. Christ the Redeemer is more than a statue. It's a message in stone. It reminds us that hope, faith, and unity are not abstract ideas, but real forces that can be carved into the face of a mountain and into the hearts of people from all over the world.